You're listening to Cards to the Moon, a podcast about trading cards from both a collector and investor perspective. We hope you'll stick around for the ride as we take a deep dive into the state of the hobby, share some hot takes, hopefully some useful advice, and fun stories along the way. Hey guys, welcome back to Cards to the Moon. This is episode 303, and my name is Clark from 5cardguys.com, and you can also find me at 5cardguys on Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook. Today, instead of my regular co-hosts, Hyung and John, being on the program, we got a few special guests tonight. So we're going to jump right into this episode. And first, I'll introduce someone loyal listeners of this pod will already know who he is. His name is Darrell, aka DC, multi-guest appearances on this show. So welcome back, DC.
Thanks for having me. Love being here.
I can always depend on DC to come on the pod whenever I need a guest. The two other guests, I'll have DC actually introduce them because he knows them much better than I do. And and you can share how you're connected to them as well. So you want to do the honor?
Sure. So Steph and Martin, TripleCz, Canadian cards and what's the last name?
Collectibles.
Canada Cards Collectible, TripleCz.
Yeah, I just know it's TripleCz and Money Martin. So like
Money Martin.
We met officially at the National a couple years ago. We introduced, actually, I think Neville introduced us.
Atlantic City, right?
No, it was at the
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago, for sure. And we just met in passing, and then it's like, oh, we're from Toronto too. And then we just started hanging out, and now we just do shows together. So
awesome.
It just kind of
It's been very fun.
And then, yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's been really fun. It's been really fun few months just hanging out with DC. It's been just different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's always a little different with DC hanging around.
His collection is just like, oh man, his vintage stuff just kills it.
Yeah, definitely agree. I didn't know you guys met at the National. I just assumed that, we're all from the GTA and you guys have known each other for a while. But just a couple years ago, you guys met at the National, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then it just kind of went from there, kind of like, oh, what else do you guys do outside of cards? And we have a lot of similar hobbies.
Other hobbies.
Casino
and food.
So I guess like when you have those things in common, it's easier to relate sometimes, and with both our happinesses and sadnesses together. But it's always fun to have people to go do stuff with, right? Whether it's go to a card show, go buy some stuff, go play some crafts, go play some baccarat, go travel. And honestly, we just eat a lot.
A lot. We eat, I think, over sometime the amount we should amount.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you can always count on these guys. It's like, omakase, let's go. Yeah.
Yes.
You omakase, let's go. All you can eat, let's go.
Casino, Vegas, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's great to meet these guys, and it's been really, really good.
Yeah, no, that's good. And that's a great segue because I had the pleasure of joining you guys for dinner at Omakase recently when we were all at Fanatics Fest in New York City.
That was great.
Yeah, it was a fun show. And I can't wait to get your thoughts on it. But I know, like you already mentioned, DC, in your intro, you guys have both been to plenty of card shows together, both as vendors and I'm sure as attendees. So yeah, I thought for this episode, it'll really be card show focused. Okay. So off the top, like I mentioned, we're all at Fanatics Fest. Let's start with Martin and Steph. Can you give me your quick thoughts on how Fanatics Fest was for you guys this year, especially when you compare it to last year? And did you guys enjoy it more, less, or about the same?
I would say in terms of enjoying it, we
a lot more.
It was more organized. It wasn't as like last year. They kind of put all the
in the back corner.
All the card people in the back corner and all the events in the front. So by the time everyone gets through like all that events that happens at the front, they don't really want to come back and look at cards and spend all this money on stuff that they haven't even really seen before for some people. Yes. Last year there was still some collectors there, but this year I would say you have more of a mixed crowd of collectors as well as people who are new to the hobby versus last year.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of social media and everything just building the hobby up with the cards and everything just been getting more people aware of the hobby.
Yeah.
It's more good.
I totally agree. Yeah, and I think the numbers when they counted how many people attended was 70,000 last year and 125,000 this year. Yeah. And you felt it. You felt the difference, right? Yeah. What about you, DC? What are your thoughts?
Definitely better. I mean, last year I wasn't really set up, so to speak. I was more just helping out Eli. Shout out to New Rock Sports. And basically, I was walking around a little bit more, but obviously I was just very distracted with all the different stuff going on. Like I was walking around, I want to buy a T-shirt, I want to go to the golf sim, I want to hit baseballs out of the thing, you know.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. But being behind the table this time, definitely, you could really see the amount of people, the sheer amount of people this year it felt like way more than last year, especially on the Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Friday was pretty crazy.
We just kept looking. We're like, where are these people coming from? Like, they're coming from everywhere. And I guess our location of the booth this year was, at first we weren't super happy, but then we were very happy.
I was happy.
Yeah, that booth spot, because we were close to the stage. Basically, we could look at the stage, have direct view.
Yeah.
And, you know, people walked past there and came back to our booth. Like, actually, quite a few celebrities walked down our aisle. Emma Roberts came by our booth.
Nice.
With her mom.
Yeah. And, we didn't notice until she left, but it was very good, though.
I didn't want to call out and say, hey, can we take a photo?
I think everybody's doing it, though.
Yeah, but she's used to it.
Cool.
Right.
It's surreal just being right in front of you.
For sure.
And then the other ones where some of the people just walked by. You know, Vince Carter walked by. A-Rod was right behind us at Jeff Wilson's booth.
Yeah.
You know, we saw Quavo walk by, I think, and just being able to watch LeBron on stage, like pretty close, because you see when the crowd is heading to the stage, you know someone big was going up there.
Yeah. I mean, that stage that you guys were close at, where your booth was the most packed when it was LeBron and Nash. Yeah, for sure. Like I got pushed back to like one of the vendors' booths. Like it was just being pushed back and back and back. Yeah, it was crazy. But one of the things I wanted to ask you was when I interviewed the Fanatics event CEO Lance Vensterman, he gave me a heads up about the change in the layout compared to last year. He heard the feedback, just like you were saying, Martin, that you guys felt like you were in a corner, kind of siloed from the rest of the the main events, the sporting events at Fanatics Fest in 2024. But then they kind of took that into consideration and kind of had some of the booths intermingled with the league activations and such. At first, can I be honest? I didn't like it as much as I thought I would because it was so loud. Like the music from some of the booths are so loud.
It's difficult to get used to for sure.
Right? Yeah, I was like, couldn't even hear the guy speaking to me. And it's like, so it definitely takes getting used to. But on the Saturday, like I had fully kind of immersed myself and I was all into it. So I thought it worked out really well. But I guess you guys found it the same, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's not like it's comparable.
Well, the first year we went last year, it was like, what's this loud music? It's so loud because like normal shows you don't hear like too much music too loud like that.
Sure.
You know? And then it was the first time last year hearing it, and now I guess we were getting used to it this year. But it was fun though.
I think we were also further away from where the music was coming from. You could hear it. Just that like the booths that were behind us. If you were in those booths like 3 or 4 rows behind, I feel bad for those guys because it had to be really, really loud.
Yeah. Especially around the David Adams booth. Oh man, it was so loud in that area. But in terms of the people that came by your booth, like did you find how, in compared to last year again, did you find a lot more new hobbyists or more collectors? Like what was your experience in terms of who you met at the booth this year compared to last?
I feel there was a mix.
Yeah, a very good mix.
We were still deciding what kind of cards to bring to the show.
Right.
Because we kind of allocated ourselves like a couple showcases each. Martin and I and Steph, we all kind of discussed what kind of customer base do you think was going to come. Mm-hmm. So we had tried to bring some cheaper slabs, like stuff 500 and below.
Right.
But also we bought some bigger cards just because there were going to be some celebrity possibilities to buy stuff like this. I mean, like that whole Jaden Daniels 500,000 going
Crazy.
out, stuff like that. I mean, it could have been anything like that because I think Wemby bought a card and A-Rod bought some cards and
Mark Wahlberg bought a few cards too.
Yeah, I saw that on IG. Yeah.
Like Emma Roberts' mom was looking at the Babe Ruth. She goes, "Oh, I had this card. I don't think I could pay this for this card," but there was no negotiating. It didn't happen. But just the possibility of that happening was cool.
Sure.
But we were still able to move a couple big cards this show, which was surprising.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there were people targeting very, very big cards.
Oh, nice. Okay. Like, which cards did you end up selling? Tell us your big cards that you ended up moving.
So Martin and I moved that Tom Brady Contenders auto that we picked up at Toronto Expo.
Yeah.
So we did pretty well there. I mean, the idea initially was if we actually brought it there because we thought PSA was going to be there.
Right.
And, we were trying to set something up where we would, get a number grade assigned to that card.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't there, so we just put it out in the showcase. And there were a couple people that actually looked at it. One guy was really close. He came by and go, "Oh, this looks really good. I'm interested." And then he didn't come back, but this other guy came and bought it. Mm-hmm. So, we actually tried to make a trade initially. He had some really nice stuff.
A lot of nice stuff.
There was this Jordan patch auto, like on-card patch auto.
Exquisite.
Martin and I were really thinking about. But, just a couple of aspects of the card, we just couldn't agree on what the number should have been. So we ended up just taking cash, which will roll into something else.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good thing about, like our relationship has gotten to a point that we buy cards together now too sometimes.
Right.
And we trust each other in the sense that, if you go to a show and I'm not there or vice versa, or someone comes to the booth and wants to offer on it, that we trust each other because we think so much alike that we're able to pool our money together to buy something if we want or trade to something else. Right. So I think that's one of the real big benefits of the way our friendship has kind of blossomed over these years. I'm so thankful that this has happened.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I want to ask you, Steph, too. Listeners should know you're primarily Pokemon cards, right?
Yes.
Hey, that's what I got. If you listen to the podcast, we've got our friend Roy to kind of be our Pokemon guy because it's been obviously going crazy. So how did you find it in terms of Pokemon collectors at Fanatics Fest? Did you find you're satisfied with how many came by?
Actually, this year, I would say in terms of collectors, there were a bit more collectors, like true collectors there versus people who are looking to flip the cards. Because I had a few that came up and was just like, hey, I like this card. I've been seeing like all these celebrities talk about, for example, Logan Paul about this card. So let's, can you give me your best price? And some of them just didn't even bother negotiating. They'd be like, do you have a better price? And then I'd give them a price like, here.
Okay.
It's nice. It was nice because last year I felt like I should have brought more lower end cards.
Yeah.
And that's what I did this year because that's what happened last year is more of my lower tier to mid tier was selling a lot more.
Right.
This year it was actually opposite where people are looking for like the hits.
Interesting.
Vintage.
Yeah, the vintage, the higher end, the whatever like that catches their eye.
Sure.
Which I actually did not expect any of my gold stars to sell. And somebody was like, hey, I like this card. Circle back around. What's the best you can do this for like this card?
Yeah.
And I gave him a number, walked away, circled back around. Like, well, it's still there. Do you have a better number? And I gave him another number and circled back around. The card was gone. Somebody else came up and was like, I like this card.
Yeah.
Let me take this before somebody else grabs it.
Right. That's my worst nightmare. That's like, you circle around, you're like, it's gone the next time.
It's not going to be there for sure.
Yeah.
Right? So many times.
But in terms of Pokemon this year, I felt like the higher end Pokemon it was solid.
Nice. Yeah. No, I mean, I believe it. Just how the Pokemon market's going these days. But so funny, like when DC, you're on the show before, we're talking about what the sports car strategy would be, right? Bring lower to mid end cards, and meanwhile, Pokemon's like, let's bring our highest end cards to sell. So that's kind of funny how things worked out.
In the beginning, it was kind of funny because Steph was worried because we were looking around and it's like, there's not a lot of Pokemon. And then
Yeah.
she got kind of sick and went back to the hotel. And right when she left, the guy comes with a binder of Pokemon. And I'm like, can you just hold on a second?
Yeah.
And then Martin calls her, goes, and basically over FaceTime, is this good? Is this good? You want to buy this? You want to buy this? And they're buying the binder.
Right.
I think that was a really good purchase too, from what
Yeah.
I understand. So
Yeah.
I think there were some really good buying opportunities there too. A lot of people, there were people that had nice stuff. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but sometimes numbers people just don't agree on.
Sure, that always happens, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? You guys gave me an idea. That's like the way of setting up in the future. Just I'm gonna give you my cards and then just FaceTime me, and I could be in the comfort of my home and just show me. I was like, yeah, here's the price. Everything's going digital anyways.
It was a little struggling because like the service was off and on sometimes, so it was actually hard a little bit. But I managed to get it through, and I'm more just sports, and I never dipped into Pokemon too much, so it was a little bit different.
It was almost like every time I walked away from the table, he's like, hey, come back to the table.
Basically, that's what happened every time. When one of us left, that person was needed.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
It was like when you left on Sunday and somebody kept asking for the card that you have.
Oh, I had to go back to Toronto to do work, and so I left Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But there's these guys that, they were here for like 3 days. Like, come on, guys. Put a lot of those other days.
Yeah.
It was like a 1-on-1 Rogers or something, I think it is.
Oh, the Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
I've been trying to sell this card for years, right? Now this guy comes and asks for what I'm caught. Like, come on.
Yeah. That's how it always works out. But well, yeah. Thanks for that update. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts, and we'll talk. Some of these questions I'm going to ask you again because our next segment is called Hobby Headlines. So by the time this episode comes out, we'll be about a couple weeks away till the National. So let's move our attention from Fanatics Fest to which is still the biggest card show in the world. I know you guys aren't setting up. Is that right at the National this year?
Yeah, we're not setting. We're just
you're not setting up. So, but I know you guys been at the National before. So yeah, let's begin by you telling me how you're prepping for the show. Are you doing anything different, or just for the National because it is the National, or you kind of take the same mindset of any card show in terms of how you prepare?
I might be attacking early this year because sometimes I like to wait till like the last few days to like buy a few things, but I think this year I might attack head on early because there's been a lot more repackers. So I gotta pick my ones that I want first now, and then they can go through everything else.
Yeah, makes sense. What the rest of you guys?
So I'm probably going to do kind of like similar to what I've been doing for the past few Nationals. Is just bring a few cards that I like, maybe trade up. And if there's something I like, then I'll just outright buy it. But I'm really looking forward to the trade nights at the National because usually that's where that action really happens.
Really? Okay. Maybe I gotta swing by a trade night when
there's many of them. There's like 7 of them going on at the same time.
Oh, sorry.
Don't go to one that ends up getting shut down for the fire marshal.
I've heard stories. I think from you, DC, I've heard that story before.
Yeah, Lowe's.
Lowe's, right. Yeah. DC, what are you doing to prep?
So same thing. Like I'm not setting up. I'm helping out New Rock Sports again. So like I might put a couple of things in there, but really I'm just in there early. I'll probably meet up with a couple of guys I always meet up with first, just because usually they buy a bunch of stuff in bulk. So then I'll have cash to go around and just recycle and buy stuff. So I'll probably bring like 20 cards, 25 cards. I'm bringing those couple cards to get reholdered and stuff. So I'm going to hit up PSA. Hopefully I can get that appointment with Nat Turner through my friend.
Right.
They get a couple of things reholdered, a couple of things crossed, and then a couple items I want to get express done just because I'm there. Instead of me sending it express from Canada, I might not get it back in time. So we're sending through a third party. We'll get um, our stuff in there early. We should get it back by Thursday. So there's going to be a couple cards like that. I guess the bigger cards like that Archman in gold I picked up at Fanatics Fest, and that Jaden Daniels geometric one was
Right.
nice too. So just a couple of those cards, and something I think is going to be big that I think I can move at the National, because I think right now is a good time to probably move some football
Mm-hmm.
right before the season, get some hype in there, get all that stuff, and then funny enough, I might pick up some hockey.
Right. Sure. Well, now that you mentioned that you're not setting up, is your strategy different? Because I'm assuming if you are setting up, you're bringing a lot of cards to hopefully sell. But because you don't have a booth, I guess you're limited in terms of how many cards you can bring, or you don't want to bring as many cards. So are you looking to buy more, I guess, while you're there? Or are you still looking to sell more? Yeah.
I'm definitely looking to buy more. I think there's some cards that I've probably made some margins on already.
Mm-hmm.
From the shows that I've acquired them earlier this year.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to roll into something bigger. If I can buy some more vintage, I definitely want to bring more vintage back to Canada. That seems to be my bread and butter right now. There's a lot of people reach out to me for nicer vintage pieces, so I've been able to trade.
Sure.
Specifically, what I'm looking for, I don't want to say. I just think stuff that has value, something that you can make a little bit on. Like I said, if you're buying in the off season, it's a good time to buy stuff like hockey. Being prepared for November Toronto Expo, right? Having stuff like that. But I'm only going to be targeting certain guys, probably like Celebrini. I mean, like if you can get some other, like if you can get good deals on McDavid or even maybe Matthews.
Yeah.
I'm still a little iffy on those kind of guys, but I mean, if there's deals to be had, just because there's not a lot of hockey out there in the U.S. as much,
yeah,
you bring it back to Canada. If you get a good enough deal, it's worth it.
Sure.
Plus, we're going to Burbank too, a couple weeks after that, so we're just trying to prep for that. So probably buy a lot of LA stuff. See if we can pick up more Otani stuff, Kobe stuff,
right?
Things that'll move in LA. So I feel that a lot of times we pick and choose cards that we feel confident we can move in the next show,
right?
Depending where we go.
Yeah, that's pretty strategic for sure.
Yeah.
How about you guys, Martin, Steph? Are you buying more, selling more, and are there any cards you're specifically targeting for the National?
I'm looking for Kobe's, LeBron, Jordans. Looking for those low pop, high end stuff right now at the moment, and I'm probably gonna be just like doing a lot of trades and just buying and selling just throughout the whole show.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna bring the same amount as DC, probably like 20, 25 slabs only.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
I think I'm mostly going to trade some of my gold stars for modern, because modern has been at an all-time low. And I feel like everyone who says buying at like when something's not hot is not the best. For me, is I'd rather buy at the low and then wait that period of time to just move it.
Right.
Because honestly, I don't think the vintage is going to go up any higher at the moment. It's already pretty top right now.
Yeah.
So probably just more or less attack, bring my vintage, attack more of the modern, try to trade for the modern while it's still low.
Yeah.
And then sell them at Burbank. Excuse me, sorry, because that would be our next biggest show.
Right.
So more or less prepping for that.
And then after that would be Toronto Expo. So we're just gonna be planning for what's best for the next shows.
Yeah, no, I never consider that because I don't go from show to show like you guys. It's for, either for my PC or like I'm more of a mid to long term card holder, so I have a different strategy. But I like asking people that have been to the National before. What would you say are your like top 3 tips to like once you're at the National to get the best experience?
Plan for what you want to buy, because service is not existent.
Yeah, all depending, like getting Wi-Fi and the data, so that's very different. in certain area of the hall and stuff like that, so you might not get good receptions. Get your grading in early because the lines will be backed up all the way. So I say get that in first, and make sure you stay hydrated in food because you lose a lot of energy for sure walking around all day.
Yes, good advice.
And don't sleep on that lobby outside the National.
Don't sleep on the lobby.
There's a lot of stuff goes on outside there.
Looking forward to that vending machine right next to that pole.
Bring back that DC sign.
Oh yes, you sent me that picture. I remember that.
That was such a good photo.
How about you, DC? Any additional tips? Those were good ones.
I think like what they said makes sense. I mean, the internet sometimes is very shoddy. So if you are looking for certain cards, you should know what they're worth, so that when you go there, you don't sound stupid. I mean, obviously, some people don't price their stuff properly, but at the same time, if you look at your phone and like go there and you hesitate, then the dealer might have a chance to like say, "Oh, maybe I mispriced this," and then you missed it. I feel like sometimes you get deals. Like, I'll give you an example. So the last National, I got that Vince Carter, that 101 Vince Carter. It's really, really nice. And I saw the price right away. I know what the card sells for because I sold it quite a few times. I bought it in Toronto. This guy had it mispriced by like a third. So the price should have been $1,500. I bought it for $5. I actually paid less than $5. I paid $450. He had it stickered at $500.
Yeah.
I said, "You take $450?" He goes, "Yeah." But I didn't. If I looked at my phone and looked at the card and looked at it again and looked at my phone again, waiting for the internet to kick in, he might have said, "Hold on a second, maybe I did something wrong."
Right.
So I think that's a big thing. Another thing is too, tip wise, is you should take a photo of the booth number if you see a card that you like, because if you try to remember where that booth is and you didn't take a number, you'll have no way of finding that again, because this place is humongous.
Yeah, that's good advice. I mean, I can't remember where I found this one card at the Sport Card Expo in Toronto, so that's going to be totally,
I think it's really important, and I think like sometimes, and I mentioned this before, is if you see a deal on a card or it's priced, really, really well, and you don't see the card often, just get the card, because if you go back and you miss it, you're gonna feel really, really dumb.
Right.
If it's priced really well too, and like way under comp, I know some people like to like
just to haggle. I'm just
haggle more. I'm just like just pay for it, because like if they recheck it, you're done. They're like, "Oh, I got to price it higher."
Yeah, no, for sure. Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. No.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy. Well, I kind of alluded to it. The National is a beast. I've never been, so I'm looking forward to seeing how actually, like, the scope of the National, how big it is. So, do you guys have a strategy in terms of like where you go first, like how much ground you cover?
Do you have a lot of grading stuff to be done, or no?
Not really. Not really.
Then I think you just go. You can go anywhere. Then I guess maybe Tops area.
Yeah.
Go get your redemptions and stuff at the Black Box 101 area. If you have any redemption to redeem.
Okay.
Those area.
Hit those spots.
I feel like you should, if you have some sort of order, if you go up and down like aisles, this way you don't miss something, right?
Right.
I think that's really big. And I think the other thing is you got to really budget the time, because the reason why it's so many days is because it really takes you more than a day to walk the thing.
Yeah.
Really look at stuff.
Yeah. That's going to be crazy.
For me, I usually go to like the back right corner or back left corner, and I'll work my way back up to the front. Only because like when people first enter the National, they'll do what DC said. They'll make their rounds through the rows. Versus if everyone's there, I might as well attack the back where people haven't been to yet. Start there and move my way back up to the front.
That's a good tip. Yeah, that's a good tip. So for anyone that hasn't been at the National, how would you describe like how the space is laid out? Are there multiple big rooms, or what's it like?
For Chicago, it's kind of like a big room, but this I don't know. I think it's like I believe it's 3 or 4 rooms, but it's just like the doors are very wide, so it doesn't look like it's a separate room, kind of.
Okay.
Like it's almost like a breaker pavilion.
Sorry?
No,
they have like a breaker. Sorry, go ahead.
Breaker pavilion. Right.
I was just gonna say, like, the way it's spread out, there is some sort of thought to it. Like, all the breakers are in a certain area and stuff like that. And when you go around it, the booths they're all over the place. And then corporate will be in one spot too. So depending on what kind of things you were looking for, like Martin was saying, if you have like say Panini redemptions and stuff like that, that kind of stuff you probably would have had to book a time slot regardless anyway. But if you want to go there not for cards, just to see like if you want to go drop off your cards for auction, for instance.
Yeah.
Then maybe you don't need to go right away. Like, I mean, they'll still put their stuff in the vault, and then by the end of the show, they're still gonna do all those things. But things that are more time dependent, like he was saying, if you're gonna do grading, if you're gonna go to Beckett and try to do GCRs, if you're trying to drop off stuff at PSA, especially if you're trying to sell it during the show, you should get that done right away, because once they take so many submissions, number one, the time gets pushed back, but number two, they increase the price.
Oh, really?
Beckett does this all the time.
Okay, that's a good tip there as well. I just saw PSA release their prices. I don't know if you saw that email or that notice.
Well, you know what the pricing is? Because I think we're getting a better deal.
Oh, like not at the actual PSA booth?
It's at the PSA booth, but it's through a third party who has a special thing. So
like it ranges from I'm just looking at their website now. On-site express for max insured value of $2,500, end of show is $149. I guess these are all US prices. Yeah. It goes all the way down to like 4 hours turnaround. On-site premium elite will be $10,000 for the
10,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For the $250,000 plus max insured value cards. So
basically, if you have like 52 mantles.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. I'm sure they had something like this, but I haven't come across it before until this year. What are your thoughts on the on-site crossover look fee? You ever hear of that? Where they actually look to see if it'll cross over?
Yeah, I actually heard about that. They're looking at like a new GCR, but the pricing is so expensive.
$600 just to look at it. Just to look at it.
Well, Beckett is like $20, $24, I believe.
$20. $20 versus $600.
It's different.
Yeah. So so it's, the crossover look fee is $600 for any card, but if it's a successful crossover, if it's a regular premium card, you add $400. If it's a premium elite card, right? The crossover $600. If it's a premium elite card and it crosses over, you pay an extra $9,400. So you better make sure that
give examples of like cards that I would have to even do that.
You got to do the math in your head, right? It's like,
yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's got to be some of these got to be 5-6 figure cards to make it worth the extra $10,000 add-on fee to cross over.
What really stops them from saying, I don't think it's going to cross. Thanks for your $600.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a money grab in that way, right?
Just because I still think that when you cross over stuff in the slab, the different companies slab, there's a bias. Because it's like, well, first of all, you got to look through two things of plastic, 2 levels of plastic right away.
Right.
And like, maybe there's debris in there, and it's like, well, they didn't give you this. Why would I give you this? I'm still firm believer of if I'm going to do that, I'm just going to crack it out. I feel it's a better shot.
Yeah.
Every time we talk about cracking and resubmitting, we always have to bring up DC on the pod because he's a king of crack and resubmit. But
the record is pretty good. I'm just saying, like, some of the stuff, it just makes sense. Like, especially if you're going from BGS to PSA, you're going from a 9.5 to a 10. The value for certain cards is crazy. Like that Soto I got at Burbank, I bought a BGS 9.5. Close to, I think at the time I probably paid like $1,500 or something.
Yeah.
And the crossover to a PSA 10, even with the upcharges, is like worth another extra $1,000 US.
Sure. Yeah,
right?
that's crazy. Yeah, for sure. I want to ask you, Steph, about the Pokemon card scene. Like compared to last year at the National, are you expecting a bigger difference this year because of how much it's changed over the past year alone, or are you expecting more of the same at the National?
I think it's going to be more, and it's going to be a little bit harder to buy, I almost feel like, because of how much the repackers have joined the Pokemon community.
Right.
Like, for example, Arena Club, they've been going hard and they've been attacking hard on purchasing.
Oh, really?
And so even now, going to a regular card show is already hard enough. The National being so big, and I don't even want to know how much money they're going to be bringing to buy Pokemon. I feel like this year is going to be a little bit harder because last year, not a lot of people were tagging into Pokemon yet. So it was a lot easier for me to buy.
Yeah.
This year, I probably have a little bit more concerns about buying. I feel like this year is more going to be trading. And if there's something I see that I really like, it's just buy it.
Yeah. Right. Don't hesitate. Yeah. I also wanted to ask the three of you guys, having just gone to Fanatics Fest, have your, I think by and large, like everything I see on social media, the people interviewed in the past couple weeks that have gone to Fanatics Fest, the reviews have been solidly positive, right? Especially if they went to the 2024. So I'm wondering, have your expectations changed at all for the National in terms of, what you're hoping to see or experience because you've had that kind of really positive experience at Fanatics Fest?
Fanatic and National is two different shows, I say. It's very different. Like National is like definitely card show. You might see a few like autograph guys, but they won't be walking around and then interacting at the tables like the Fanatics. Because Fanatics is more like a entertainment experience. It was just different.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't expect the National to go all the way to have all these celebrities come around, only because then you have the regular amount of traffic at the National is already insane. If you add some celebrities walking around and having people chase them,
I think it'll create mayhem.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty chaotic.
Okay, interesting. Okay. How about you, DC? Do you think it's, the common debate these days are, is Fanatics Fest ever going to make a dent in terms of the national attendance? Do you think, kind of like what Martin and Steph were alluding to, they're just two different crowds? Or do you think there's some thing that the national organizers should start thinking about in terms of making their event better, or do they not have to?
I think it's a different crowd. I mean, they're targeting cards and collectibles. Mm-hmm. And I feel that that's probably just a bigger market specifically for this show. I mean, New York, a lot of people wouldn't go to New York just to go try to buy cards because, I think some of the vendors you'll see at most of these shows anyway, but just from the sheer cost of it, it's a lot harder to break even in New York as a card dealer. I think if you're going there for the experience. You're going there to see some famous people if you happen to be there. And like, if you make a vacation out of it, like the way we do, like we go there to go eat, we go there to go have fun in the city. And, we'll sell some cards or trade some cards while we're at it, see some celebrities. But definitely it's not the same as the National. I don't think the National has to change anything because they have a system that's not broken. It works. And it's proven by the sheer amount of people that go every year over and over and over. Yeah. I mean, they have wait lists for people to get just the vending tables. Right? And you have, once you see it, Clark, when you see it, you'll see how can this be full? Because it's humongous.
Right. No, I hear you guys. Let me give you guys a hypothetical because I love giving hypotheticals, right? So what do you think would happen if Fanatics says, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do a larger card show in Chicago. We're going right into the city. Do you think that'll change things?
Just the card show or like?
No, they'll bring the whole experience, but they'll just make it a bit bigger, kind of like, just adding on to the second to third year to fourth year, just, and then the card experience would be, just try to hammer out the details and make it even better. What do you think? Do you think it'll be a legit competition for the National, or do you think the National will always be king when it comes to cards and collectibles?
I think national will always be king.
It'll take some time though. Like it'll just
Okay.
it is their second Fanatics. They're tweaking a lot. I see a lot of improvement from 1 year already. So I'm impressed for sure.
But there's still mainly celebrities that experience the sporting events that they have. It'll be hard to just attack the card sector.
Yeah.
The Venn diagram overlaps too much. You know what I mean? It's like you have collectors and then you have the people that want to do celebrities and then you have the people like both. I don't think the overlap portion is large enough for you to have everything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they want to do that, how big is the venue going to be? The venue's going to be twice the size of the National, so you have like one size that it's all celebrities and then one size all cards. There's not enough times, and then is it going to last 2 weeks? Because there's no way you could see all that stuff, even though it is right now.
Well, here's the thing. Like I've heard people wanting the Fanatics Fest to be an extra day, right? So they could easily do that. They could easily add a day to get more people in, right?
Cut off a day this year. It was one less day, wasn't it?
They did it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Always. It's always 3 days. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was 4 days last year, but you might be right. I must have been mistaken when I said that.
I think the last year we got there early to set up.
Because this year they limited us to be able to only set up on the Friday.
Right. Okay.
I think also too, and I mean, like, I'm not in the planning committee over there, but if you think about the cost for Fanatics to rent out the Javits Center for an extra day, what would the tickets now cost? Because I have no idea. Well, I have an idea of what the tickets costed to a normal person that went to the show. Can you imagine if they had to do that? They would have to increase the ticket cost, say 25%.
Yeah,
no, also would have watered down the number of people that go in there.
No, I'm talking about
after this year though. After this year, I think people might be willing to pay for it though.
Right. The marketing was
The marketing was incredible.
The Saturday was sold out, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even that's a good point. The first time a day sold out, and they did that in their second year. So who knows? And if I go back to my hypothetical, the rent is not going to be as much in Chicago as it is going to be in New York City, right? So they'll save money there. But I agree with you. At the end of the day, it's National still the card show to go to, but I just think it's crazy how much of a stride they made from 1 year to the next. Fanatics Fest did, so I was just really impressed by that for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going to my first National. I don't know if any of the guys that are on the pod are committed to coming this year. If they're not, I'll just be hanging out with you guys. So I hope that's okay.
You're welcome. Always welcome.
Thank you.
I've been trying to get this guy to come for 3 years.
What's that?
I've been trying to get you to come for 3 years.
I have a 4-year-old, so he was 1 year old by the time, so it was hard to get away for me.
You have a 5-year-old dude and a 10-year-old.
Yes, but my wife's not into the trading card scene, so it's a harder sell. If it was for anything else, just traveling. Chicago's a good sell. I could do Chicago probably more likely than Cleveland or even Atlantic City. So so there you go. Next time, I hope they just keep it in Chicago. That's I've been there before. Oh, perfect. I've been there before. I love Chicago.
Because I think for Atlantic City, we left on the second day.
Yeah.
It was that bad, eh? Like, I heard only bad stories in Atlantic City. Yeah. So that's crazy.
It was bad. Service was horrible. And then
service and the environment.
Yeah. Not fun.
Yeah.
But you guys like gambling. I don't understand. What's going on?
Oh, no. It's just walking from, like, the convention center, walking back to the casino hotel that you're staying in. You're consistently walking, like, looking over your shoulder, like, who's following me?
Oh, it's shady.
Yeah.
It was shady. Okay. I gotcha. All right. Well, looking forward to Chicago. And like I said at the top, this whole episode is very card show centric. So our next segment is called Which Card Show? All right. So let me explain what this segment's about. I'm going to start each question with which card show. I'm going to fill out the rest of the blank. And then you guys answer which show that would be. Okay, so let's do the first one. You'll kind of get the picture of where I'm going with this. Which card show, in your opinion, is the most underrated? And I'm asking you guys because you guys have been to so many card shows, so it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts and to see if you guys agree with one another. Which card show is the most underrated?
Dallas.
Okay.
Okay, I agree, Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Why? It's just not a lot of people know about it yet, or?
I think it's just like a lot further to fly out to, so like not a lot of people fly out to Dallas, but like it was pretty crazy out there. Just Beckett headquarters being out there is pretty good.
Okay, cool. All right,
I did like that too. I've never been to Texas, so I mean, I really kind of enjoyed the outside portion too.
Yes.
But the card show itself was pretty good. I mean, I think it's also different too because we didn't set up. That one we just walked around.
That's true.
Yeah. There's pros and cons to that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I love Texas. I've only been to Austin to visit a friend for her wedding, and barbecue is amazing there. So I would love to go back to Texas. Love to go back to Texas for that reason alone. All right. Which card show, speaking of food, has the best food options on site?
Oh, on site?
On site.
And we know a lot of these card shows, their food options aren't the greatest, but which one would you say has the best food options on site?
Burbank, Anaheim.
Okay.
Those food trucks outside are
food
good.
trucks. I knew you were going to say.
Because I was thinking
food trucks outside are good. Good. It's
Specifically Anaheim.
It's technically Anaheim because the food truck outside was just they're just so many selection. It was just great.
So I haven't been to the Anaheim one yet. I've only been to the one in Ontario, and the one in Ontario, the food was.
That's why I said Anaheim specifically.
Yeah, so I can't comment on that one yet.
Okay.
I would say Fanatics Fest.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Stuff. The poke bowls were okay.
Yeah, I agree. They had a couple of food trucks this year, like at the one we just went to, and we had I had the Philly cheesesteak. It was good. It was really expensive, but it was good. So so I enjoyed it. All right, which card show? We already know which card show has the worst cell reception. It seems like the National will be your answer, but which one had the best cell reception? Like you're pleasantly surprised.
Burbank,
yeah.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to go to Burbank now. That's 2 solid votes for Burbank. Okay. Which card show did you sell the most number of cards?
Quantity or like dollar value?
Both quantity and dollar value.
Toronto.
Toronto, okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Toronto Expo.
Gotta be Toronto because we can bring more stuff.
That is true.
Makes sense. Other than Toronto. Second.
Burbank.
Wow, okay.
Burbank we sold a lot, but I still think Fanatics was big cards, man.
Fanatics were a big, huge card. I ain't gonna lie, But I think if we had those cards at Burbank, it would have sold regardless.
I think Burbank, Anaheim specifically, is probably the second runner-up to Toronto.
Oh wow, okay. That's a glowing review for the Burbank Card Show. And when that's in August? Do you guys say?
Mid-August. Mid-August, end of August.
I'll try to book August next year. See if I can make it to the Burbank Card Show.
It's across the street from Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Literally across the street.
Might have to be a family vacation.
Well, there you go. That's the way you just got to introduce it.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, a few more. Which card show took the longest time to get to from your hotel?
Oh, it's not the National.
Not the National.
Dallas
That's moving pretty fast now.
15 minutes. Where we stayed, Dallas was like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
it's
have
not bad.
closer options. It's just we didn't.
Like where we stayed at.
Yeah.
Okay. How about in terms of which took you the longest time? Not because of distance, but because it was just crazy to get out. You know, like the traffic.
Cleveland, Cleveland.
Oh, that was only because you got the parking lot. You're talking about the parking lot during trade night?
No.
Just and Jeff just getting out there regardless. I was like, oh man.
We decided to take Ubers and just walk across that airfield.
Oh really? Yeah, that's I think I've also seen IG reels of everyone trying to get out of Cleveland, the venue there. Okay. All right. Couple more. Which card show? It's the smelliest card show. Just bad odor.
Oh,
It could be a little bit national, I think.
I think national.
Because national has an amount of shit. People a lot.
No AC day.
Yeah.
That was bad.
It's in the summer, right? So it's hot. It's just too much bodies around, and someone is not wearing deodorant.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes total sense too. So, all right. So I should dress nice and cool for the national. That's what you're saying as well.
Shorts.
Okay, shorts. All right. All right. And last one. Which card show did you have the most fun at?
I think they're all pretty fun.
Yeah, choose one.
Fanatic was fun because it was the experience we got. We're right in front of the stage. Just celebrity. Turning around and seeing different celebrities. Like we saw Wemby's head behind the banner, which was funny.
Just saw his head.
Right. He's tall.
In and out of the card show, I would say Fanatic Fest. It's just the people you're around during the day, and then just going for drinks at night, enjoying each other's company. It's New York.
Can't beat New York that way, for sure. You, DC, same? It's a sweet.
I mean, I go to so many shows with these guys. Every show is fun. But I will say that New York has a different type of vibe just because of the way the city is.
Yeah.
The city's got something that I just want to go there anyway.
Sure. I love New York.
Those other shows, they weren't right in the metropolis where you could just walk outside and feel the city. You still had to go somewhere else to go somewhere else.
Right. I guess the National is going to be like that too, right? A little bit.
Where the National's at is it's not like in downtown Chicago. It's
by the airport.
The airport. I mean,
right.
There's some stuff. I mean, you'll see a lot of people walk across the street to go to Gibson's. But is that really a destination? Not really. I mean, the casino is maybe a 10-minute Uber from there. Destination? Not really. But when you go to New York, is hot dog stand, omakase.
Yeah, you're right in the city, right in Manhattan.
I think that part was really, really good about that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Speaking of the National, last question. Are you guys planning to head into the city, like downtown Chicago? Do you guys normally do that, or you stay in Rosemont most of the time?
I'm there earlier.
We were thinking about going to the game, but I think the White Sox is playing that week there.
Okay.
And probably have an open costume while we're down there.
Yeah,
that's tradition now.
For sure.
Nice.
That's a regular thing for us. But usually when I go on those ones, especially when I go to Chicago, on the National, I take a whole week off. So I will go there earlier just to explore the city. The first day I'm going is probably going to do some food stuff again. There's that one loop in Chicago that's really, really nice. There's a couple food halls and stuff like that, which are really nice. That's what I did last time, which is really good. And then when these guys show up, we'll go catch a game, continue our collection of nacho helmets. Every stadium, we're trying to get those nacho helmets.
You guys are true collectors, even not nacho helmets.
I got one without being there.
It's like a cancel delayed.
Oh, right.
Thank you, DC and Eli.
No problem.
There you go. All right, well, that's our segment, Which Card Show? I hope you guys enjoy that. And we're going to finish this episode off with our regular weekly segment we call Pick One. And normally when my co-hosts are here, we each choose a couple cards or sets, and then we kind of debate which one we would rather have and why, right? So since you are the guest, I'm going to choose one for you. And I'm mindful of, DC and Martin primarily being into sports cards and Steph being into Pokemon cards. So it's going to be a hybrid. All right. I'm going to share my screen, but I'm going to tell you what cards are going to be put up for Pick One. And
you should let me pick which one for Pokemon, and that would be funny.
No, I chose the Pokemon card for you too because I know this is the one you like. But you'll see.
It's a Charmander, isn't it?
No.
No, it's a Gengar.
Gengar.
All right.
Ooh.
Are you going to choose on one side, you got the Mario Pikachu PSA 10 and Jesus Made, Orange Refractor, one of the big chases in the this year's Bowman. Or the other side, you got the Luigi Pikachu, right? PSA 10. And then you have Jack Caglione, Orange Refractor PSA 10. And the reason why I paired these up, they both cost $25,000 on each side. All right. So would you rather spend the $25,000 on the top here, Mario and Jesus, or Luigi and Jack?
Mario.
Wow, that's not fun. You guys chose that so quickly.
Why? You should have paired up Mario with Jack and Luigi with Jesus, because
why?
Luigi is always second fiddle to Mario.
Always.
What? Say that again? But then you would definitely choose
bottom, right?
What's that?
It's either the top or the bottom, right?
Yes.
So Mario and Jesus, or Luigi and Jack, right?
Yes.
Who in the right mind would pick Luigi over Mario at any point?
I thought you, okay, how about if it was Jack and Jesus?
That's what I'm saying. That would be tougher for me to choose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I balanced it out that way. You know what I mean? So here's my reasoning. Obviously it didn't work, but here's my reasoning. This is 15,000 right here. This is 10,000. So it's I'm just going value prop. But I guess it doesn't matter. Mario wins everything.
I still think I take the top.
Okay.
I think Jesus is going to be better than Jack. Jack has been dropping lately. Price.
So it was really easy for you then.
For me, I only know Pokemon, so I'm going with Mario.
And Martin, you same reason as DC. You like or are you just going because of Mario as well?
No, Mario for sure. Because like I love this set, Mario, Luigi, and I've been watching this price of these sets for a while, so I know the Mario price is always higher than Luigi's for sure.
Of course.
Is it a Wario Pokemon?
No.
Yo, I would totally buy
that. One of the modern sets, maybe it'll come out. Yeah, that'll be a great crossover. DC, when we last talked about this, Mario, remember we were talking that was 8K? Now it's great. It's like, what, 15K now? What's it going to be next time we meet for a podcast? It'll be over 20. So we should just get it now? Is that what you're saying? For the 15K?
You want to buy one together?
You know what I think. As soon as I get one, it starts to plummet in price.
Oh yeah. It's like the waifu all over again.
Yeah, that's right. So, anyways, that's our show. Thanks to you guys, Martin, Steph, DC. Appreciate you guys coming on, and yeah, can't wait to see you guys at the National in a couple weeks.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, thanks for listening to Cards to the Moon. We'd really appreciate you subscribing to our podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can also connect with each of us on Instagram at 5cardguys, or you can follow Hyung at Integrity Sports Cards, or John at TradeU at Recess. You can also check us out at 5cardguys.com. Thanks again, and hope to connect soon.